Hello everyone, my name is Fadila Jihan Faeza and I'm going to explain about Principle 5, Trade can make everyone better off. Like we all know, trade allows countries to specialize according to their comparative advantages and to enjoy a greater variety of goods and services. Trading is an activity that benefits the parties involved. On the other hand, one party will get the product they got while the other party will get money for exchanging the product. Indonesia and Saudi Arabia are examples of mutually beneficial trade relation. Indonesia, which requires a lot of fuel, is experiencing a domestic shortage. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia is famous for its abundant fuel production. So Indonesia will get fuel and Saudi Arabia will get profit from this international class trade. Every day, a network of ships, trucks, and planes move massive quantities of goods around the world. Your car might from South Korea and your t-shirt from Bangladesh. All countries export, sell products and services abroad and import buy goods and services from foreign trading partners. These goods are manufactured items or agricultural commodities. Services, a dynamic and growing part of trade, refer to all intangible goods such as advertising and telecommunication. The trade network is more complex than sellers and buyers. The system of worldwide trade is an intricate web in which lengthy supply chains allow products to be sourced, assembled, packaged, and sold in different parts of the world. The material for your phone or shoes or the tuna fish you had for lunch might have been produced in one country, processed in another country, assembled in a third country, and packaged somewhere else, all before getting to your local store. How does this make sense? Why can't countries just make their own phones and shoes or tuna fish and provide more jobs in business domestically? Before 19th century, most of European countries tried to do just that, prioritizing self-sufficiency in a system called mercantilism. Mercantilism aimed to maximize export, minimize imports, and increase a country's supplies of gold. This system led to strict tariffs or taxes on imports as a way to not only discourage bringing in goods from abroad but profit of it. Mercantilism created barriers to international trade. Countries aimed to produce as much as possible on their own, including things they weren't able to make efficiently. The idea that when countries focus on making things they are comparatively good at and import the rest, everyone benefits. This is known as specialization, and when countries don't have to spend time and resource producing textiles or wine, for example, there are more room for them to innovate and create entirely new products. We measure country and economies on productivity, their ability to utilize their limited resource for maximum value. We measure country and economies on productivity, their ability to utilize their limited resource for maximum value. This metric is known as gross domestic product, which totals the sum of all the final goods and services of a country in a year. Each country's human, physical, technological, and financial resources determine what that country can produce efficiently and successfully. With the acceptance of this new idea, international trade took off, measuring GDP instead of just gold helped boost trade and grow economies. At the same time, advances in technology and travel made remote markets much more accessible. Massive container ships, cargo planes, and cheap instantaneous communication connected to the world producer with millions of new customers. And after World War II, the newly formed United Nations created the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, or GATT. This agreement substantially lowered trade barriers like tariffs and created rules to dictate how countries should trade freely. The GATT became the World Trade Organization in 1995 and tried to eliminate even more obstacles to keep up with the changing world. The WTO expanded the definition of trade to include not just goods but services and create rules governing intellectual property, such as copyright or a patent. The WTO is an arena for countries to hammer out the rules and regulations of international trade and lodge complaints if they believe those rules aren't followed. According to the principle of comparative advantage, if one country can sell a high-quality product at a reasonable price point or new technology makes a business uncompetitive, it will not succeed. International trade is economic transactions that are made between countries. Among the items commonly traded are consumer goods such as television sets and clothing, capital goods such as machinery and raw materials, and food. Other transactions involve services such as travel services and payment for foreign patents. International trade transactions are facilitated by international financial payments, in which the private banking system and the central bank of the trading nation play important roles. One of the significant advantages of international trade is market diversification. Focusing only on the domestic market may expose you to increased risk from downturns in the economy, political factors, environmental events, and other risk factors. So these are the following video compares to top 20 economics worldwide by export of goods and services from 1970 to 2021.
Yeah.